What's up, my boy? George Perez right here at George Perez Stories, episode 217. Don't forget, guys, George Perez Stories is brought to you by JB's Tree Service. Hey, my lawn looks greener than Dr. Green Thumb's backyard. JB's Tree Service, guys, they give free estimates, installation on irrigation. Like, the gophers don't even come into my neighbor's yards no more. They got the best, friendly, environmental. And the crazy part is they even have a phone number. Some places don't even have a phone number. They just have an Instagram. So if you're trying to go to JB's, make sure you check them out. Phone number is 562-739-8060. They've been serving California since 1985. Jesus is the one you asked for. If your lady lets you have an Instagram, make sure you follow them at JMBARRIOS12. Look, they do my lawn every week. Birds hang out in front of my house now. Butterflies, ants, like even the insects came back. I'm so scared. The Mormons knock on my door all the fucking time now. My house used to look crazy, but with JB's Tree Service, everybody comes. X to the G, what it be?
What's up? I'm chilling. I'm good. I got both my fucking hosts.
Duh.
I'm like double co-hosting it up today.
Huh?
I'm double co-hosting it up right now.
Double co-hosting?
Yeah, I'm a host. Your co-host. I'm Ezom's co-host. I gotta get you beer. I gotta get him beer. I'm like on double time, overtime right now. I feel like a real paisa.
Yeah, but you gotta get me on albóndigas, dog. Never had to get that.
Albóndigas?
See, hey, fool, you don't even know the power you possess over X right now, dog. I'll try. But hey, fool, what's up, man? I haven't seen you since the birthday party.
Oh, dog.
And we got some fucking stories.
Oh, we got some stories. It was lit.
It was lit. It was lit.
What time did you leave? Oh, you were working till it ended.
I didn't leave there till 2:45.
You Lisa it up?
Dog, it was insane. Yo, speaking of lit, someone who is always lit, a friend, family to George Perez Stories. He's on his own podcast, We Don't Smoke the Same, High and Hungry, and he's also the co-host of Be Real's Dr. Green Thumb, Be Real TV, all the way from somewhere in the ghetto of L.A., E-Zone. What up, my boy?
What's up, man? Thank you for having me back, dog. It's been a minute.
Right?
I see Xavier every fucking week now, but I don't get to see you as often, man.
Yeah, I traded him. I just... Like, you know how, like, in the old days in Greek, where, like, the senators, they had fucking, what was that shit called? They had, damn, what the fuck? I just had some. So, back in the old days, like in Greece, Greek or Rome, like, the city council people, not like city council, but like, the people, everyone now is tripping out. Like, right now, it's the code. My baby's mom's here, so you gotta hide.
Nah, you know what? It's because people don't know what happened. Yeah. You know, when we slammed the beers, and I was just barely open, that shit fucking rose up. So I took a fucking sip of it, and shit just fucking just came out. Yeah, it's you know, I still have my sip, but yeah, you were talking about the mayor's had what?
Hey, shouldn't the producer, the guy like running it, should have been like towels over here? Like, you notice how Xavier treated it?
He paid no mind.
Nah, he's like, man, it ain't about me. Fuck it.
Damn, I didn't get no beer spilled on me. Better cut that scene out, bro.
X, how do you feel right now, dog? Like right now, you don't feel like you're on the episode of Cheaters? Or I'm like, look, fool, I got you into this shit. I took you to E-Zones a little bit. Now you're working with this vato.
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting interrogated.
Nah, but I don't care, fool. Like, I pimped you out, dog.
Oh, you did pimp me out.
I pimped you out and you loved it.
A little bit.
You're like a willing...
Shit, little bit, hey, dog.
You're like a willing hoe.
George be like, I want 10%
like
of
voluntary.
the cut.
There's not that many voluntary hoes, bro.
If I was a girl and you were my pimp, how much would you get? How much percentage would you get?
All of it,
but all of it? So
are there girls that fucking do it because they like it, bro. I've always wondered that shit. I'm not saying they like the bad side of it, but like, I always wondered that shit. Like, man, like it's got to be something that's gonna be your job.
Look, like I'm gonna answer his, I'm gonna answer yours. Look, dog, a pimp, he gets 100% of the motherfucking money, but you'd make me a lot of money, so like I would never give you money. I'd always be like, tell me what the fuck you want, and I get you everything from the catalog. Or if I didn't, like, I would find a way to get it off the street. Like, I would give you fake Louis, player.
So, but wait up. So that's what I'm asking. Like,
no pimp gives his lady money, dog.
So but they hide it though, right? Or I mean, unless you're real loyal, unless you're like a ride or die bitch.
The bottom bitch?
Yeah, if you make 500, do you give them 500 or you pocket?
Yes, you give them 500.
These bitches pocket $50.
Fool, if I find any money on you, I'm gonna beat your motherfucking ass.
Yeah, because
you live with me. You live in our hotel room, baby. No, like
it'd be hiding everything from you, bro.
Hey, yeah, like, hey, like I know, hey, homie, like this is the new thing he's on is pimps.
Yeah,
they don't even put their girls on the street no more.
It's
they
online.
take them to strip clubs, and they're like, look, check it out.
Is that like a car showroom?
No, a strip club.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, but like they treat it like a car showroom where like they showcase the car there.
For them, it's like I don't need you on the street getting caught. Go in there, and I'm like the other pimp that's like, look, dog, she needs to tip me.
Yeah.
Because some pimps were like, yo, dog, why does my lady got to tip you? I said, first of all, dog, I don't care what she is to you. Inside this motherfucking club, she's my lady. And if she's not giving me my percentage because I have the customer, like you're coming into my club bringing your chick and you're trying to take the customers we have.
You're trying to put a
go
commission.
Fuck them on the street and cut us out.
You're trying to put a commission on an establishment that has the right to be there.
Yeah, it's like, nah, homie.
Now, what happens?
It's kind of like being a taco guy and coming in going, hey, también tengo pastor, güey.
Yeah.
Hey, but wait up. I was at the strip club that day, and I mentioned going to Taco Bell. And I don't know if it was Irvin or Will. Might have been Side Dick.
Irvin was there?
Nah. But
fuck
Irvin. But I don't know who said it, but someone's like, bro, they used
That's
to bone
the code.
down. They used to bone down at the Taco
In
Bell
the restroom.
bathroom. Yeah, because it's
that's
like
the code, dog.
What do you mean?
So look.
The girl that will work at the strip club? Or, like she'll tell a customer?
Like, hey, fool, I can, like, what I do is I send fools in there undercover, like you or X, and I give you $200. I'm like, look, dog, offer this chick $200, and if she fucks you at Taco Bell, I gotta fire her. Because like what the girls are doing is they're like just going to the club and they're real hookers.
Yeah.
And they're like, they tell the customer, hey, go to Taco Bell and we'll fuck in the bathroom and just give me because they don't want, like, you can't fuck in my club.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it's made to be inconveniently, like, just comfortable enough, but not comfortable enough for you to fuck in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the couch looks nice, but it's kind of hard.
No, I know what you mean, but it's like, the whole aspect of it is like, the game is getting super tricky. Like now, when a girl comes to audition, if a dude brings her, we don't hire her because we're like, nah,
because you think it's her pimp. Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, because
so what up? So you're even looking at the parking lot on who dropped her off?
Hell yeah!
Yeah, because I mean, he ain't walking in there. He just like
no way. Sometimes they do.
If he doesn't walk in there, bro, that's like he's trying to keep it low pro. But I do imagine there's some fools that walk in there thinking like you don't like. Come on, dog. That's not your girlfriend. You're not cheering her on when she's up there. You're just probably sitting there.
She thinks so.
Yeah, huh? He bigs her up and shit. Yeah.
But wait up. You're telling me that they walk in there. The boyfriend and the pimp, like on Step Brothers, how they both walk into the interview?
No. Like they drop them off and shit. They're like, "Yo, this is my girl right here," and like, I remember my cousin Joel when he was a manager. He's like, "I like the pimps." He's like, "They always bring them to work." He's like, "I don't have to look for them." He's like, "There's always someone pushing them, not me." Like, hey, bitch, I will beat your ass.
Hey, talk about motivation.
Yeah, hey, dog, I remember I've had to save girls full where it's like I fought a couple pimps in my younger days, but not recently. Yeah. I'll talk them, but like there's been chicks that are like, yo, dog, like this girl, I was like, you made $2,000 yesterday, and you mean to tell me you don't have money for a soda? She's like, nah, my pimp took it. Like he's expecting me to make $800 every day now.
Damn.
So like she started giving me money, and I used to hide it at the safe at work for her until we saved enough for her to get 10,000, dog.
Damn. How long did that take?
About 6 months.
10,000 for her to bone out.
Yeah.
Oh, like do these girls have to fucking like?
No, they don't. They're
No, but I'm
just
saying,
brainwashed.
like for her, right? That was her only escape. I gotta get 10K and leave town, so this pimp don't find me no more.
At the end of the day, dog, all she does is know how to use people, and it's not her fault, and it is her fault. It's kind of like this girl's been like, she probably ran away when she was 16 with the fool that was 19, and he like just bitch, like they fucked their heads up.
Yeah.
You know, and and it's fucked up, homie.
It's one of those fools that you remember. I know Xavier knows what the kind of fools I'm talking about because we're almost the same age. All the fine girls that had like tits early and shit, they would for real, that like they'd be like, you know, they would be dating some older fool. They would show up in a car, like usually some old ass Camaro, but like, you know, it looked nice at that time. And these fools would fucking make sure they either knocked her up or fucking make her feel like bad enough, or to make her feel like that's the only dude for her.
I do remember
it's like an insecurity.
I had a car
bro.
at 16. You couldn't do that to me. I remember boning bitches at 16. When I was 16, and just going like, I've been waiting for this shit since I was 13. Like my older brothers would always
having
tell
a
me.
car, like, because it's not hard to get pussy when you're in high school, bro. Like, especially if you're like, you know,
It was harder in my days, because there was like parents were home. Like I grew up in the era full where like the dad
be
just
sneaky. Like it was harder to be sneaky.
everyone had a dog in the backyard.
Yeah,
like the
damn.
fucking Night Stalker was around, so fools had like extra security.
Oh, you lived through that Night Stalker?
Yeah.
Were people real scared? Because, I mean, you watch... No, I know they were. No, I'm not saying you shouldn't, but you watch these documentaries of, like, they say...
Fool, they didn't have video cameras. They didn't have no ring.
But the raza was really scared. Like, your mom, he's like, hey, Night Stalker, cierra la ventana.
Homie, we lived by the riverbed. We were scared of the Orona. And he's like, like, you know how Mexican fucking parents are? They're like, mira, cabrón, no te quedes en la noche. Si miras un van y te dice que eres candy, corre, güey.
How old are you when they told you this? Porque te que eres candy?
Nah, I was evil. He's on in first grade, dog. In first grade, I wouldn't come home sometimes till 11 o'clock at night.
Really, dude?
Yeah, because like all my friends like live blocks away, like 4-minute walk here, 4-minute walk there. So I would just be like, man, I'll run home so fast, I'll get home in 2.5 minutes. Like, and then my mom would be like, where the fuck were you? And it's not that we were poor, but we only had enough food I had 5 brothers, dog, 6 boys. Yeah. And like, it was the toughest ate the most. Yeah. So, and I was like, back then I was just like, man, I'm sick of fighting for motherfucking grilled cheese, dog. Like, like, am I like, yeah, like I'm gonna go and hang out on my friend's house down the street. His mom makes the bombest hamburger helper, and like I was funny, so parents liked me back then. They'd be like, "What's up? For you want to stay for dinner?" And I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "You want to call your mom?" I'd be like, "Yep." Do the fake dial with the little thing. I'm like, "Ama," my mom only knows Spanish. I'm like, okay, "Ama, hey, voy a comer con mi amigo. ¿Está bien?"
In first grade.
Yeah.
Damn. That's because it comes an age where like you stop being asked to stay for dinner. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what that age is, but like in first grade that seems acceptable. That's a smart technique. That's survival instincts, bro.
Well, yeah. I mean, it does, but like it's kind of weirder because I'm the 5th of 6 boys, and in my days, E-Zone, when everybody grew up, it's like. Everyone's older brother knew your older brother. Like family stayed in the neighborhood, so these parents were like, "Your older brother used to eat here," or they would eat at my pad. Yeah. And now the tables are flipped, where it's kind of like, don't get me wrong, fool. I wasn't getting beat the fuck up by my brothers, but I was just like,
you know what it was?
Nah, I was more like, I don't want to be home, man. Like I'd rather be out and like. I seen all my brothers have bikes and go do shit, so I was like, I got a motherfucking BMX, homie.
Yeah.
I'm 3 minutes from the pad.
Hey, what were you doing till like 11, bro? Because I'm first graders, like, I mean, I would imagine if I kicked it in my friend's house in first grade, it'd be Super Nintendo all fucking day.
Well, Nintendo didn't come out till 6th grade for me.
What year is that?
1987, 88.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's when the first Nintendo came out?
Yeah. Well, the first Nintendo that came out is it's a gaming system. Nintendo used to have a game where you could gamble. It wasn't like an 8-bit. It started with the 8-bit, the cartridges.
Yeah.
And like it started in Japan, and then Americans loved to gamble so much they used to have like a poker or like a card game. Nintendo did. But there was Atari, there was Coleco, there was Activision.
It wasn't like an actual, like, like new changing shit.
Nah, like, hey, homie, I wasn't doing this shit all the time. I was doing it like once a week because I had older brothers that would fuck me up when I came home. We're like, hey, fool.
Fuck you up like how? Putazos to the face?
Everything, fool. Like scandalous shit, for like.
Because I imagine when you say fuck me up, I would imagine I'm gonna sock you in. Like, you remember, like, you've seen the mid-90s?
Yeah.
You remember when his brother, like, in the beginning of the scene is just like fucking him up? Like that?
Kind of like that, but not like. Do you know what a dope fiend punches?
Yeah.
Like I come home and one of my brothers be like, where were you? And I was like, I was at my friend's house. Like, why? It's late. I was like, cause they made like SpaghettiOs, fool, and I haven't had those. And like I wanted to stay and just chill. Like, what's wrong? And they're like, motherfucker, it's 11 o'clock. I'm like, no one sleeps in this house till 1 a.m. Man. Like, what does it matter? And then one of my brothers from the side though would just like fucking kick like a football at me or just something. And like, I'm not gonna lie, like I wouldn't cry, but I'd make a noise like, ah, shit, ow. And my mom would get up and they're like, now you're really gonna get hit.
Yeah. Damn, she'll hit you?
Yeah.
For waking him up?
Dude, for coming home at 11 o'clock at night.
Oh, okay, all right.
Because my mom was...
She was already asleep.
Yeah, she was probably like, what the... My mom would forget sometimes.
That's the best technique, bro. Going home late and not getting caught. Like,
well, explain your childhood, dog. How many... Did you grow up in L.A.?
Yeah, I grew up in L.A., man, but it's like my era is like we're the me and Xavier are the test subjects to the internet era. You know what I mean? Like, we're the first generation to really experience the internet at home, like AOL and all that shit. So there was more of a motive to stay home.
I got you.
So like at 12, 13 years old, I was like, man, those red channels in the back of the control, I mean, porno. You know what I mean? Or like, yeah, like you were fucking around with different shit.
Humble, we used to fuck magazines.
No, I knew about magazines, but every time I had access to them, it was either that LA Express or like somebody was picking up their car at a car tire shop or something like that in the bathroom. They would have magazines there.
Wait up, none of your brothers had a VCH or some porn?
VHS.
Whatever it's called. DVD, VHS,
yeah,
whatever.
He does this a lot, huh?
Yeah, look, I'm illiterate. I'm going to buy something. What do you want?
Look.
VCH, dude?
Hey, dog, in first grade, I used to look at dirty magazines. Because I would, like, one time I was in the room and shit, and I was like, fucking...
First grade is what age? Like, again, like what's first grade?
7, 6.
Okay, yeah. I didn't look at porno until probably I was like 10 or 11.
Yeah, I didn't look at it, like, on purpose. I remember just fucking, like, you know how, like, back then they used to give you, like, all your books, we used to have to put covers on them. So they would,
the newspapers?
Yeah, or like you put like a brown bag or like...
Yeah, you had to protect them and shit. Yeah. My mom used to do that for me. Yeah, with the paper bags from Ralph's or something. Yeah.
So like, the magazine had the same colors as one of my books. It was like yellow and blue. And I go to grab it and I was like, what the fuck? I open that shit, dog, and it's just like, it's a cartoon of like titties. And I remember just going, because cartoon titties are way more beautiful than real titties.
Because they're perfect.
Yeah. And then they flipped I flipped the page full, and it was 5 fools boning one chick. And
in cartoons?
I remember just being scared. It wasn't Playboy. It was like some dirty, crazy shit.
Like LA Express shit, huh?
Nah, dog. It was just like, it was called like Mañacos.
Was it Spanish shit?
Nah.
Did you
they have Spanish?
Yeah, dude,
Playboy?
I'll tell you that from my childhood, right?
Yeah.
So my parents used to, work for USA Today. And every Sunday we used to go collect the money from like, you know, the shops, the liquor stores. And they used to be the spot in downtown, grimy spot. And I went in there one time and I remember like the owner wouldn't say shit about me using the lottery ticket machine. Because, you know, mom worked there. So like I always go in there, take my allowance, fucking there's some money I had, put a fucking $1 in there, get a lottery ticket. Because, you know, I liked that when I was a kid. And one day I found out that in the back, bro, they had they used to come with plastic covers to not let you see with the pussy or the titties. And
well, it'd be turned around and it had like a brown seal with the plastic bag. It was sealed.
They try to censor it as much.
Yeah.
But then that was all the American ones. So you see like the blonde girls with the big titties and you can kind of picture it. And then to the right was all like the dirty Spanish comics. And then behind the dirty Spanish comic books, which are like the cartoons was like, fucking like all like Theo looking ass fools, fucking hairy pussies, dog. Like, yeah, and they didn't even have fucking plastic on the Spanish ones, dog. Like, I grabbed one, I looked at it, and like, just remember the first page. Look at it, it's like that fool's half dick is in there. You know what I mean? On the side from the couch, and I was just like, I remember like not being like in shock, but I was like, fuck, and I just like I had to pretend I was looking for something because my mom was still in the store.
It didn't scare you? It scared me, homie. Like I never seen nothing like that. It
didn't scare me, but I was like, what's this feeling of like, you know, like what am I feeling right now?
Nah, for dog, it fucked me up. I remember going like, I remember going to school and going, yo, dog, 5 of us can fuck one of these chicks if we really try.
Fuck.
Cause dog, I was like in 4th grade. I remember this one girl. For 4th grade was like the first time like a chick ever walked up to me and kissed me, dog.
In 4th grade?
Yeah, because like 4th grade for me,
like in the mouth.
Yeah, full like dog. I was shocked. I was like a little bitch. I tried to act all hard. Cause I remember we being on the playground and shit.
Was she older?
No, she was 5th grade. Because like back in my days, school was like a prison. Like 1st grade to 3rd grade, that yard was only allowed to go with itself.
Yeah.
Because they knew the 4th and 5th graders were going to grab their dicks and their asses or something. Because I'm just being honest.
No, they kept you separated.
Yeah, because they knew.
That is some elementary shit because you're in the developing stages, bro.
Exactly.
So they keep the pre-Ks till up to 1st grade together. It's like the little birds, the cockatiels, and then the parrots, bro. You never see them in the same cage, bro.
Yeah, 4th grade, dog. My teacher was Miss Carrillo. There were some badass bitches in my class that have done things to me, dog. It was in my days. Yeah. No, Alyssa Milano was on whose girls had confidence, dog. Alyssa Milano had her show. Fucking Small Wonder, Vicky the Robot, fucking Charles and Charlie. Like girls were like, they were showing TV shows in that era, dog, where girls made moves.
When that shit happens to you, like when a girl does something to you in class, bro, that shit like trips you out, bro. I remember like in 6th grade, that shit happened to me, dog. Like I was watching this, it was like this movie class, no point, and like this girl just kept fucking just fucking getting me hard for no reason, bro. And I'm just like, I didn't want to say anything, bro. Like I didn't like, but like she knew I wasn't gonna say anything, so I was just like, man, like is she like doing this to see how hard I can keep my fucking face without bursting? Because like I'm like, we have those desks of 4, so it's just weird. Like you're just like, what the fuck? Why are you doing this? But at the same time, you're like, don't stop. I mean, I don't know. Maybe at that younger age, it's probably shocking.
Hey, homie, we were playing tetherball. I was bomb at tetherball. You remember tetherball?
The fucking shit with the stick.
No, and like you remember where the ball had the little thing. If you hit that motherfucker, it will fuck you up. Like,
with the metal hook, right? Yeah, that shit will hurt.
We had rubber hooks for when I would punch that motherfucker, and like, I just remember playing her at tetherball, and then like I went to go serve because like you're allowed to throw it, and she goes, "Come here," and I had my arm out, and she like came close to me. And she had her hand right here, and she grabbed the Verga, dog, like a little thing, and she was like, "Are these balls tougher than your tetherball game?"
Damn.
And dog, I ain't gonna lie. It was like the first time I thought I had a hard on, like my dick hurt, and it didn't get hard. Like that shit fucked me up.
That's that weird. Go ahead.
I was gonna say she was a cholia, right?
No,
what was she?
That's 4th and 5th grade, bro. I mean, there's
still little cholias there.
No, there is, but like okay, look, in my 4th grade, you were only a cholia because your parents dressed you like that.
Oh, you have brothers.
Yeah, this chick right here was like, I don't know, fool. She was probably Irish or Italian.
A white girl.
Yeah, like they moved. She moved from the East Coast. She was a new student and shit, and like I made it. I'm not trying to like, hey, dog. I've always had the personality of being a joker, a pranker. Like I did things to make
charisma.
Yeah, I made people like I loved it. I love making people laugh, and her. There's another girl named Betty Hernandez, dog. To this day, like I just when I do my comedy special, I want those bitches in the front row because like I just want to like I love making those two people laugh. You know when someone appreciate your shit.
Yeah, you know it's something. It's some people that stick by you because of the way. It's like you know when you have that as a kid, man. Like for example, like my mom always told me, it's like, hey man, te van a robar or something like that, because I would always just be talking to random.
Se go, vas a estar on Broadway, mijo.
Like you know just because you know you're making friends with anybody, you're just talking and people take a liking to you. Like when you said about parents asking you to stay because you're funny or you're easy to get along with. I would be invited to houses all the time, bro. But I would have to, I would ask for permission and shit. And I don't know about.
I couldn't.
Yeah, I mean, of course, your situation. But I would remember calling and be like the same thing. Hey, can I stay over here for dinner and shit? My mom would give me like some guilt. She'd be like, "Yo te hice comida aquí,"
Hey, fool, that girl ended up being the first girl I ever kissed, and like it was weird, dog, because if it wasn't for her, I would not be a good kisser. Like I don't know, like in my head, she had older brothers, and I kind of feel that like her older brothers were in 6th grade and we were in 4th grade. I think she used to scam with her older brother's friends.
Damn.
Like, hey, I'm just being honest, all that. People were doing that. When you were in 4th grade, it's cool to hook up with the 6th grade.
Hey, there's something to that, bro. The first girl I kissed, bro, like I ended up boning her in like high school in like a crazy like orgy situation.
What?
Like not taking turns boning her, but there was like 5 people fucking in that room. It's just like, what the fuck?
But you was just you and her.
Yeah, like I boned her, and then there was like my homie boning some other chick, and then some other lesbian chick like making out with some other chick in there.
Damn.
And this girl was like, she was bad at that. She was like a bad chick.
Hold
like,
on, wait. Okay, look. So you
in 5th grade, fucking that was the girl I first ever kissed.
No, but we're going back to the orgy.
All right.
So you're hooking up with her. Your homeboy's hooking up with another chick.
Yeah.
And then on the right of you, there's 2 chicks.
Yeah.
Trying to hook up because they can't.
Nah, they're big chicks. They're like chicks.
Oh, they were big chicks?
Yeah, they're like the big lesbians,
Oh, like the side dick Eddies?
Not that
side
big.
Dick Betties?
Like me. Side clip Betty.
Side clip Betty.
Yeah, but no, they weren't that big, but it was, I remember this girl, like...
Wait.
Yeah, I'm telling you the story.
No, but I want to ask.
Go ahead.
So... Obviously, when you have sex with someone, they make a noise.
Yeah.
What's the lesbian noise?
They're just kissing, bro.
So was that?
Yeah, like not you couldn't. I wouldn't say you couldn't really hear it because I was more in shock of what's really going on. Like the fool who used to cut my hair is boning the homegirl in like her sister's bed across, and her other and the girl that I'm boning, her bed is right here. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like right across from each other.
You guys are comfortable,
bro. No, don't get me wrong, bro. Like. Bro, this is not how I pictured, you know what I mean? Like, so this shit going down because you're watching porno as a kid and you're thinking like...
So you're in high school.
Yeah, you're in high school. So you think like, oh man, it's going to go down like some crazy shit. And then when that fucking...
Grab the mic off.
When that fucking happens, bro, you fucking freeze up because you're like, oh, I'm going to do it like this. And then you're like, oh man, like the homies you're watching and like the 2 homegirls are over here kissing. So you're just like, man, and I remember this girl, like you could tell she was experienced too, man, because she had an older sister that was a year older than her, and like very much like you said, you could tell that like she influenced her a lot. 'Cause she had a dildo under her bed, bro. She had brandy under her bed. She was like, here, drink this. She was like, here, drink this. This will relax you. She gave me brandy and apple juice, bro. We all fucking drank brandy and apple juice. And when we walked into her house, bro, like that same day, her tia was taking care of a newborn in the living room, dog. And I'm like, you're just gonna let like 2 dudes and fucking 3 chicks 4 chicks walk up in here, not questioning it at 1:45 in the afternoon. The cool thing was, I went back, and I'm just like, you guys won't believe what happened.
Yeah. And we'll be back. I kind of got questions to ask. So, we did the Dr. Green Thumb podcast, and you know what's crazy, dog, is that homeboy Tyron Woodley was there.
T. Woodley.
T. Wood,
Yeah.
like, and hey, homie, I want to say gracias. Yo, be real. Thanks for getting me on. And I noticed lately, dog, that Be Real podcast like 5 days a week.
Oh yeah, dog. Every fucking day.
What flipped the switch? COVID or?
I mean, he's always wanted to run it that way, dog. But the COVID thing kind of helped because there was not really an urgency for him to really be out of state. You know, there was no urgency for him to kind of be on tour like that. So he finally had, after like the last 10 years, he finally had enough time for him to actually spend a good month home and shit, you know, without any obligation to go. So when he seen this, he just started like really watering those plants, and then he saw how dope that is, and everybody's been wanting to get to know that food.
I want to say that, like, hey, dog, like, you know, a lot of people were like, George, you're famous. I don't think I'm famous. I think Be Real's famous. Like, I don't have a crush on the Vato, but like, yo, dog, I've been bumping Be Real since like 10th grade, homie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I watch your guys' podcast, and I'm kind of like, wow. Like, I didn't think this fool, like, when I first heard Be Real, I thought he was this crazy gangster motherfucking, like, he was the first. I thought he was Mexican, but I didn't find out he was Cuban until later.
He's Mexican and Cuban.
Yeah, so like, when I first heard him, I was like, yo, dog.
You know, there's a lot of people that I've met, especially his friends that have known him for like since he was kids, and they're like, they tell all the young blood there, pretty much like me and my other homies there that are like around my age, they're just like, oh, you guys got to know the friendly, cool B. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're like, you didn't know the maniac B rolling around like Max Payne at the height of the banging shit and throw your set in the air shit.
Nah,
so like
homie, you don't even know, dog. I was in that era.
And he tells me himself, he's like, be glad that you know this one, because I wouldn't have been, you know, this would have not been happening right now with that. Back
Yo,
in
he's
this.
on the way you talk about B. Is how I feel about George. Everyone's like, oh, you didn't meet Shotgun.
Oh yeah,
you met George. You met the one that's just cool, laid back. And I can't imagine George getting mad. I've seen him kind of like a little irritated, like when I didn't clean the fucking bathroom right.
Or when the car stalled, we went to Riverside and I broke the door in the event.
Yeah, things like that. But I haven't seen the point where he would hit someone. I can't imagine knowing that Shotgun.
I know what you mean. It's like you can see him like definitely like jumping or beating up somebody or something like that. If some shit went down, but like, because you know a different side of him, it's like me and you get access to individuals that people don't really get access to get to know, and the platform like podcast gives them that. For example, people identify so much, and probably people that didn't know how much they had in common with you. Not that like they're sitting down at the table with you, but
hey, homie, like, I don't mean to cut you off, but like, look, dog, like when Cypress Hill first fucking came out, dog, the song that I heard was "How Could I Just Kill a Man?"
Yeah, he was out there doing it.
And this motherfucker, he had a song called Pigs.
Yeah.
Homie, excuse me. I went to the original Smokeout in San Bernardino. And Limp Bizkit went right up before Cypress Hill, dog. And Limp Bizkit shut that bitch down. Out of fucking nowhere, dog. Yeah. Cypress Hill comes out, and there's real cops dressed in uniforms, and he does.
Is that when they came up with the uniform, with the uniform dressed as them?
Yes.
I've heard this story before.
Dog, you don't even know, homie. Like, I forgot Limp Bizkit was there. Like, just took it to the next level. Nothing but fucking gangsters there. And then, like, I do the podcast, and then he's now spiritual. Like, I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
He says he tells me his thing. He's like, man, I went from pacifist to pacifist. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's like the best way he could have explained it. He really, I mean, when you're a stoner at heart, bro, like, or a stoner, like,
he's you really huge in the stoner revolution.
Like, if you're a stoner at heart, bro, like, you really don't want any kind of confrontation. You want to maintain that vibe that you get when you're faded.
I had to cut you off. How did you meet Be Real, dog?
Internship, dog. The same way Xavier ended up here.
Oh, you went up there like, hey, dog, I won't suck your dick, but I'll do everything but suck your dick.
Fool, I had a fucking $100,000 a year job lined up with Enterprise because of my degree, and then I was like, I took this free internship because I was like, man, do I really want?
No, but like, how did it happen? Did you email? Like, how did you reach out?
A year after college, I was just looking online, and I already had seen the show because I'm been a stoner, and I'm just like, you know what, you find this shit out, and I have been seeing the videos and stuff, and one day I saw a post on Facebook talk about, we're looking for interns, mostly college students, but it's non-paid and all this, and I was like, I just emailed them like 3 times. I was like, hey man, I just graduated, like I'll still do the whole intern hours, but this is what I graduated, the BA in communications. And then one of the dudes gave me the interview there. I did just about everything, bro. So it's just
Who's in the interview? Was it B?
Nah, I didn't talk to him till like 3-4 months in there, bro. Like,
no way.
I would see him. I would just, I had to it's like a game of chess, bro. Like, if you don't really make your moves right, or like you fan out or something like that, I already knew that because
what year was this?
It's like 6 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, like 6 years ago, and then
I met you like what, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it's maybe like 2 years into like after me being there. Yeah, time flies real quick. So it's that's how I ended up there. I took that internship there, man, and it's
wow.
Yeah, I didn't talk to the vato till like fucking the 3rd month in there, and it was just like, hey, what exactly are you doing here? And then I think after like the 6th or like 9th month, he finally looked at my resume. He's like, look, man, who the fuck is this fool? Nobody's fired him. He hasn't gotten anybody's nerves. And he kind of saw, hey, like, you fucking have a degree in communications. How about when I go on tour, you try filling in since this is what you majored in?
Oh, cool.
But I was doing everything.
Hey, so the other day we were after the We Don't Smoke the Same show, we were talking about like songs that make people like fight, and we were talking about Cypress Hill and Throw Your Setup in the Air.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If that song comes on, do you have to throw your setup in the air, or like?
Yes,
there's fight, right? People fought over that song.
It's
right?
not like some people didn't fight. A lot of people were pride and honor, but like sometimes you see something you don't like.
Yeah, you had.
Yeah, I mean no, but like, A to the motherfucking K, 3 like A dog. Yeah, Cypress Hill's another level, homie.
That's an instant fight starter.
Yeah, it's like it's another level. Hey, dog, like you got to look at it. Like when I first heard this music, it's like 1993, 92. All right.
Yeah.
Mexican and blacks were fucking rioting against each other, doing crazy shit. Cypress Hill was the first hip hop group where every race was like, "This is hip hop." You know what I'm trying to say, dog? Where every race was like, what the fuck just happened? And then when you see a fool with a white tee, they're dressed like cholos, you're like, gracias. But I remember the first time I met you, and it was weird, eh? Gave me this. I remember, dog, like, I fucking couldn't find the place, and you were kind of getting mad.
Yeah, no.
Son was like, fool, just the address.
I was standing outside, and because the address is always tricky in downtown. I do remember that day.
I was so mad, fool. I went to another stage. Like, hey, I showed up. Hey, I always show up early, huh?
Always shows up early.
I was 45 minutes early, fool, and I thought, like, these fools had me in the dressing room. And they were like, hey, George Perez. Like, they were like, George Perez is here. I was like, yeah, I'm supposed to be on the show. And they were like, with who? I was like, Cypress Hill TV. And they were like, oh, shit, Cypress Hill's here? They were like, yeah. They were like, come to the back. And I was like, yeah, what's up? Where's the easel? And they're like, what the fuck? And I was like, they're like, no, you got the wrong person. They kicked me out, eh?
You went to, like, one of the offices that's right there, like, on the side?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are, like, what is it? They produce a lot of clothing and shit,
Yeah.
dog. Damn, they probably must have looked at you like, oh, shit, we got Cypress Hill coming in now. Yeah, it's tricky where you go there. I do remember that day, man. It's hard to believe that
it was you and the other homie,
Shiki.
Shiki, what's up, Shiki? Hey, that fool. He's like a Mormon side Dick Eddie.
Yeah, right. I feel like he had it in him to be a savage, but he just had to contain it. Like, you know how Iron Man had
he would have
that
went
shit?
hard.
Yeah, like
he would have let loose.
He would always look at me when I would party, and he'd just like, you know what? I kind of live through the shit you do sometimes, because I just feel like if he let loose, it would have just ended bad.
That fool loved the Dodgers.
He was one of those sports fools, dog.
Yeah.
Like die hard. Like I'm talking about. Like there's fools that cry when their team loses. He was one of those fools that maybe he wouldn't cry in front of us, but like go into the restroom, fucking get that little tear.
So I finally make it, eh? And this fool right here, you know me, I'm a very prideful man. He's like, look, homie, we started the show. When you get here, we'll bring you in. And I was kind of like, all right, I'm not tripping. So I get there. And back in those days, Ezo had all kinds of groupie fools, eh? Fools are right there rolling him blunts. Like, look, like 3 plates, fools, eh? He was there too,
That's how we met 3 plates.
Yeah, and
that's true. He was there.
Yeah,
damn.
And there was other fools there, and they were like, "What are you here for?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get interviewed right now." And they looked at me like, "Yeah, whatever."
Yeah.
And yeah, dog. I remember we drank Hennessy, we smoked. I dabbed at you. You got me fucked up. It was a dope vibe. Eh? I ain't gonna lie. I thought I was gonna meet Be Real.
You didn't drink. You didn't even drink Hennessy. You just drank that just because like that's what I was drinking at the moment. I remember that.
I remember getting fucked up.
And it was the times where you remember they had the little area or the little table in the middle, and then just like homies would just come kick it.
It got loud.
It would get loud. You know what though? Low key, man. I feel like
it was dope though.
It was dope, and I feel like those experiences is just like you had to like cherish it to be a part of it because like now when you have the structure down,
it was a dope networking you had right there. Dog. Fools would meet up and network, but then
oh hell yeah,
those fools branched off.
I saw companies get created there. And I never got a care package.
For real.
Yeah, like I'm over here. I was like, what the fuck is my care package?
Right. And we're back. That's for my boy DJ Will. You know, something I want to talk about, man. I feel like I have a platform to share shit, and I do want to share something. It's funny, and it's personal, and it's the truth. You know, lately, a lot of our vendors have been attacked. Right?
Yep.
Yep. I've seen it.
And, yo, it hurts, fool.
It's sad to watch, bro.
Yeah, it sucks, and it hurts. And, you know, I have a comedic mind. And in my head, I kind of feel like we set them up to get beat up.
What do you mean?
Like, X, do you know where I'm going?
Nah, I don't know how we're setting people up.
Dog. You ever be watching like a video? You're on Instagram, and then there's a video that comes out where people go, hey, how many elotes do you have? How many jamaicas do you have? How many raspadas do you have? And they're like, oh, that's 60, that's 80, and total is 500. And then I go, ¿sabes qué? I'm going to give you 1,500.
Oh, and they like overpay them?
And then they overpay them, and the people that rob people are like, yo, dog, I know where that fool's at. Like, stop showing videos of you giving the elote guy $1,500.
Oh, yeah, like doing a good deed shouldn't be like...
No, but it shows that, yo, dog, these elote motherfuckers have loot. Everyone's donating right now.
Yeah, because somebody might not do it with 1,500, but like, let's say to the person down the street, they might give $50, $20 here and there.
Yeah, but
it adds up, though.
Yeah, but on the real, like, hey, man, everyone that works hard deserves not to be fucked with.
That's true.
And even if you don't work hard, you don't deserve to be fucked with. But, like, hey, you're leaving it up. But as far as, like, yo, man, protect your local vendors. Check up on them. Ask questions. Because at the strip club, dog, we got a corn guy. The other day, around? Yeah, he comes around and he hooks up everybody cheap.
Yeah.
And I told him, hey, is anybody fucking with it? He goes, yes, I don't go over there no more. And I was just kind of like, well, so I was scared, dog. There's some places you just can't go. If you do, let people know. But the point I'm trying to get at is like, hey, man, it's cool to give the elote guy money, the flower lady money, the whatever immigrant. But, like, stop posting this shit because everyone's seeing them there. Like, yo, dog, like, I feel bad because in my teens, like in my 18 to 20, I used to rob paisas for their checks, dog.
Well, like after a check-in place? Or
yeah, because I was a speed fiend. Like, that was my thing because I knew, like, look, I'm raising awareness for this shit. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that I've heard of that shit before too. Because when I used to sell cars, it's been Canoga Park. There used to be a bunch of there's a strong bicycle community there, and then they would only go to certain liquor stores because they would know that certain hoods would kick it in other liquor stores, and they would just jack them for the money.
Like, look, homie, if you're cashing the check in my barrio, how I thought back then, you owed me.
Yeah, especially if it's one of those liquor stores, bro. They don't have.
Hey, Xavier's so mad right now. He's like, you guys robbed my dad.
Yeah, but he owed you the whole thing.
It's not that he owed me. It's kind of like, yo, homie,
taxation, bro.
Yeah, but the whole thing though, you take at least 10%.
To tell you the truth, I was so dumb back then. I would take it all, dog.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And you know how, like, the only reason it hurt me is my baby's mom, Sandy. Her dad was paisa, and he was just like, hey, can I ask you a question? And I'm like, what's up? He goes, have you ever robbed a paisa cashing their check? And I remember, like, we had like a crying conversation. I was like, yeah. And he was like, man, I remember getting robbed. He's like, I had to fuck you motherfuckers up. Like, he's like, I had to feed your baby's mom. Like, he made me feel bad. But then he was like, yo entiendo, way. Like, he goes, I understand if you were working in Mexico and I seen your cholo ass come try to cash a check where I was at, I would get mine.
Because they know that you won't call the cops.
Yeah.
They can't. They call the cops. Well, what happened? What if you're illegal? What if you're calling that a citizen stole from you?
I feel like a piece of shit though now.
Yeah, it's a pretty fucked up move. Yeah,
but I was dumb back then. Like, it was what was going on. It's fucked up, dog. Hey, if you're a paisa and I punked you back there, hit me up for. I'll send you. I'll send you half.
You don't think the people jumping the vendors are saying the same thing you're saying?
No,
I was a kid. I was fucked up. I didn't understand it.
No, it's
because it's on raza. It's not the same.
You know what? Actually, you have a great point, homie. It's different for I'm not. I did it back then because, like, you knew it's been a pattern at this place for years.
That was a lick.
If y'all fools are gonna do this somewhere else. Like, and it wasn't like I did it to social media and shit. I did it to. I had a drug habit. I had weird shit. I wasn't thinking right.
You would have never recorded it,
It's wrong,
right?
Completely. Oh, it's completely wrong. I'm wrong.
Yeah, but you would have never recorded it. These kids record them jumping a
Yeah.
vendor. That's the fucked up part. I know you would have done it and just do it. Ya se acabó.
Yeah.
Here's my money. I'm not saying you should jump a vendor, but these dumbasses still record it.
The purpose is different, bro. That's what it is. It's like...
It's wrong.
Yeah. No,
but you've been there, for. Do I hook up paisas with money every time I buy something? I'm like, yo, for it costs $1, here's a $12. I've given back.
Dude, George, everywhere we go, you tip for no fucking reason.
Yeah, for.
If we go to McDonald's, he tells you to keep the change because we're here, and I'm like, why? And I'm like, bro, he'll tell me, he's like, bro, they're working at 2 a.m.
Yeah,
give him an extra $5.
Yeah.
We just ordered 20 tacos. You think they're happy that this fool just made us 20 tacos?
It comes back. He's on.
No, it's true.
Hey, are you a Salvadorian?
Yep.
Like, hey, dog, did you have to deal with some shit from the Mexicans?
I mean, just not anything too serious, but yeah, just like I never understood why there's always like rivalry and shit, or like there's always like mixed feelings, like, you know how like some.
I was intrigued with the Salvadorans when I met you fools because like you guys are so passionate.
It came down to one of those things where like those same people who would have those differences, like now they're like, you know, those same dudes are all with Salvadorian chicks and those chicks are all with Mexican dudes. I'm just like, man, it was like a little love-hate bullshit you guys had.
Why are El Salvadorian chicks, Honduran chicks, Ecuadorian chicks, and what's that other place? Hold on, I gotta say the name. I forgot how to say it.
Bolivia, Peru, Costa Rica.
It's like a Nicaraguan.
Nicaragua.
Those are the most horniest fucking chicks I've ever met in my life.
Is that right?
I mean, you know, I would say
you guys bone all day over there because there's nothing to do.
I wasn't really born over there, man, but it's like I've definitely heard it from a lot of.
You weren't born in El Salvador?
Nah.
Your mom was?
Yeah.
She migrated over here?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Was your mom from MS-13?
Nah, man. What is it? I don't know, man. I think it's... I have heard that many times.
Hold on. Did your mom walk over here or like go? Because when you come from El Salvador, fool, you got to go Honduras, then you got to go to Mexico.
You gotta take the train,
once you make
train.
it to Mexico, you had somebody that you picked you up and transported you from there. You know?
Did your mom tell you how it happened?
Yeah, it was like there was family in it, so it was like
Okay, you guys got like checkpoints and shit, like going to a
like
party.
there was like it's like once somebody in the family had made it, then it was like, oh, that path is clean to do it, you know.
Oh wow!
And then you had the person that was already here, already established, and he picked up my grandma, he picked up my mom the moment they got to TJ and shit, you know.
Wow.
I mean, it's tactical shit, you know. Like now it's like, dude, you have some of these people out there that are walking around with nothing, bro. I'm like, how the fuck are you gonna walk into that desert with not even a bottle of water? Mm-hmm. You had to plan that shit before.
Hey, homie, right now, like George Press Stories is not a political podcast, but at the end of the day, there's shit going on that like I feel like I gotta address, and people are like, "Yo, have you seen the fucking news lately on all the immigrants that are and in my head they're like, look, Biden has it worse, and I was just like, hey, can we stop focusing on who has it worse and like let's focus on like a solution,
like start fixing the little
things
from the little problems to the biggest instead of like saying this is this person's fault.
Because yo dog, Trump, his whole thing was like, look, if you come, we're taking your fucking kid away, you ain't gonna see him, and people stopped coming, right or wrong.
Yep.
You know,
and Biden was like, yeah, come, hey, well, you might not get in, but you get to hold on to your kid. Like, what? Like, hey, we gotta come up with some shit. Like, I don't know. Like,
I think there has to be like a common solution. It's like not to compare certain things, but it's like, hey, man, it's like if you go somewhere, bro, and you bought like for a park, for example, right? Like you enjoy going here, right? And then you see this shit keeps being littered. Like, and nobody's cleaning it up. If they're not doing it, you're gonna have to do something about it. It's not even that difficult of a problem, but you're gonna have to start doing something. So if you like that place, you're gonna be like, you know what the fuck does it cost me to pick these two pieces up and throw them away? You know what I mean? It's like I do get what you mean. It's like, hey man, if there's all these kids, why don't we fucking have like an adoption agency? Fucking start sending this shit up.
No, you can't. Look,
or like some solution, but like, you know what I mean?
It's just, hey homie, it's kind of like it's fucked up because it's like. What do we offer refugees? Like, if you're Cuban, dog, and you touch soil in America, you're good.
Yeah.
But if you're Mexican, you're like, hey, you gotta learn English. You gotta fucking.
Which makes no sense because Mexico is a fucking war zone.
Yeah.
Too, so it makes no sense, and that war zone is thanks to the United States.
But like, look, I'm not trying to say what's right or what's wrong. I'm just trying to say like, yo. Somebody come up with something. It ain't me, dog. I don't know. Like, A4, like, I look at this shit like a comedian. Like, to me, if you put Wipeout in front of the border and the families pass Wipeout, welcome.
Yeah, right? Like an obstacle course?
Yeah, the whole, like, if you could pass Wipeout, you're good, but, like, it's not fair.
Yeah, but that's the other problem, though, is there's no real solution. You can't make both parties happy. There's no real solution.
No,
you cannot. Someone's got to bite the bullet.
Yeah. You have to do something about it, bro. Otherwise, it's not going to get fixed. You know what I mean?
It's just like the thing we were talking about at Echo Park with the homeless. There's no solution. It's either you
No, that's different, dog. That's different.
No, it's different, but there's no solution. Someone's going to be mad about how you handle that.
Do you know what I love about the city I live in? Is we don't have a homeless problem. And why? You've been to the liquor store on the corner. They come out, they're like, nah, you can't kick it here.
They're throwing hot water at those people.
Yeah, and now you don't have to be abusive, but at the end of the day, dog, if Echo Park is turning into the riverbed where fucking Riverbed Raw was, is they're welcoming me. Like,
they let it happen.
Yeah, look, once again, we're not a political podcast, but like, you're not dealing with homeless people, you're dealing with druggies that want to be homeless.
Yep.
Fuck. Hey, dog, I don't know what to do. All I know is I wish the best for all these homeless fucking people. I've met chicks that were homeless, and then they were like, hey, I met a couple chicks that were homeless, and they're like, look, I'm going to get back on my feet, and I'm going to hit you up. And I ended up hooking up with one dog.
Yeah, you used to have that the story of like, the question you asked, like, have you ever hooked up with a homeless person?
Not for this shit happened recently, dog.
Damn.
It was a homeless chick that I met, and then like because of unemployment, she got her own spot now.
So she went from homeless to having her own spot?
Yeah.
But like, was she like new homeless?
She was new homeless.
Like 3 months in.
Like
type shit?
parents broke up,
Okay.
didn't want to live with mom
Yeah.
because she didn't like the new dude.
Yeah.
You're living in the car homeless.
Yeah, living in the car.
That's a different level right there. When you still have your car and it's a decent car, you know what I mean? You can, you still have it's like a temporary, it's like a bungalow classroom. You know what I mean? It will last a few years. You know, you can, there's a limited time.
But this was a weird experience. Like, so we hooked up, and then she was kind of like, "Hey, I want to take a Viagra, and then you take a Viagra, and like, let's hook up."
She wanted to take one?
Dude, it's it's like a trip for them too.
No, there's that female Viagra.
Oh yeah, what is it? It's like, it gives them like a euphoric effect, right? It's like some girls are taking it like.
So we took it. We started doing cocaine. She drank wine, and I was drinking Patron with squirt on ice. Doing bumps. She was sucking me up. I was licking her up, slurping her up, all that shit. We boned for like 10 minutes, took a break, and then, dog, the fucking black Ferrari I took kicked in. And I didn't know this shit, but she passed out on me, fool.
Have you ever taken anyone, like, how you say, you mentioned you take a black Ferrari. Have you ever, we talked about this earlier, but you said you save it. Have you ever taken one of those and then you don't end up boning?
That's what happened with this chick, is I didn't know she was a heroin addict. So she did heroin and passed out on me. And I'm not the kind of fool that's going to bone a chick passed
Nah, well,
out.
there's no coming back from that. You have to wait till the trip's over.
Nah, fool, it was weird, dog. Like, I had a hard on. And, like, I was watching weird shit with the hard on, and, like...
You guys got a hotel, right?
Yeah. But this is what the crazy fool was like. So she was laying next to me, and then she would, like, doze back in phases and, like, touch me, jack me out, try to kiss it, and come back, like, put it in. And, like, I'm glad that I was like, nah, fool, you're fucked up.
Yeah, like you were, you knew what was right.
This is that chick that's feet stank?
Shut up, fool. And it was weird, fool, because, like, I never went to sleep with a fucking hard on like that in my life.
Because that shit lasts for a good minute. Like, if you
No,
don't...
it lasted for 5 hours, dog.
If you
I had a
don't-
heartbeat at E-Zone.
If you don't fucking come, or if you don't put in that work, like, it
hurt, dog.
It lives up to the back of the thing where it says it might last 4 to 6 hours. Yeah.
It was like wearing a tight turtleneck.
So, I mean, at what point did you start freaking out?
I didn't freak out. I remember just, like, telling myself, like, you know what, dog? This shit is funny. Your dick is throbbing. This chick wakes up every 20 minutes, touches it. But I was like, you know what? Fuck it. And then the next morning, no pills, no nothing. I had some bomb-ass 21-minute sex.
You didn't get blue balls from that shit?
I had major blue balls, but the next day it got shot out. Hey, those are the worst.
Yeah, that shit
Viagra
hurts.
blue balls.
Dog. Yeah, that shit hurts.
It's kind of like you ever go to the gym and people leave weights on the bench?
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. Someone left weights on me.
It's painful. It's like you got kicked in the sack, and then the next day you try to get up, and every movement hurts. You know what I mean? It just it's like very painful in a sense. A lot of people don't understand. I think it's like it's not. There's no blue ball awareness out there, bro.
Hey, I was gonna ask you. You know how you said he's Salvadorian? Where does that fit in when you go to jail? If you're Brazilian, Peruvian, like, is that still considered paisa technically, or?
It's whatever you want to do, dog.
So they don't. You decide at that point. Kinda?
If E-Zone's El Salvadorian,
You accommodate
he
yourself.
gets to pick whatever he wants. If he's active, he's rolling. If he's not active, he's choosing. I don't know.
Well, because there's all these categories. I was wondering if there's
are
like.
are you working
No,
for the
I'm
fucking
just-
CIA?
I just wondering if there's a Brazilian
fuck?
one. I wonder if there's like a
Hell
Brazilian one. I don't
no.
know. I was
The
sort of
fuck
because I'm pretty
up.
sure if there's some for Asians, que no?
Hey, do you know anybody that's been to jail in prison in Mexico?
Nah, you're the longest person I know.
No,
that's been
no
locked up.
Mexican jail or nothing. Hey, Salvadorian jail don't fuck around, huh?
Anything foreign is fucked up, bro. You ever seen that locked up abroad shit?
Hey, but did you hear about what's going on in El Salvador
yeah,
now?
when they make all, like that fool's doing like
He's making the enemies.
He's doing like castigos that are like shit that like old school parents would do to you. Like he don't care what hood you're from. He'll fucking chain all these fools up next to each other, and he's like pretty much making sure like, hey, you guys are gonna kill each other. Well, guess what? You guys are on like a chain gang now.
Yeah, do it. Go ahead.
It's fucking crazy. Yeah, he's
sick of feeding you fucks.
Chained to each other, bro. Like corporal, like just punishment type shit. Like you know, just imagine like you're right next to the fool that like you hate. And you're chained up, and you have to kind of be hugged up. As
I've been there
for a riot.
Hey, you know what's crazy is the fool that I was locked up with. He's on that show Snowfall.
Yeah,
yeah, and he's great.
What show is that? I've never heard of that.
It's on FX. It's bomb, fool. It's about like selling drugs in LA in the 90s or 80s. E to the ZONE. How you liking it, dog?
I'm digging it, man. Every time I come back here, you always upgrade the place little by little. It's
right?
Like, yeah, it's always just like, man, you just keep growing, bro. And you build like there's no need. Like it's not that there's no need, but just you got your own thing going on here, bro. It's like coming over here. It's like
an vibe, huh?
It's an experience within itself. Like you got to come over here and experience it. It's not like going to.
Fools don't know that you've been here for a while. Like, hey, you're gonna party. You're going to have fun and have fun.
I've been here since, like, the first couple episodes, like, when Eddie used to show up here every day and shit. You know what I'm saying?
When Eddie used to come.
Yeah, so it's like I've been here and I've seen this place grow, like, big time. And every time it's an experience. And I don't think you could do it somewhere else. You know what I mean? But until you really have to, this is definitely, like, an experience within itself for somebody that doesn't know. Or if you get asked to be on this podcast, I definitely wouldn't turn it down because it's, you know. If you want to live sometime.
What I love about my podcast is I can party here and do whatever I want. And when I'm too fucked up, I just open that massage curtain and I make it left and go to my room. Right, X? Yep. Remember those days, X?
I miss fucking being able to get drunk on the show.
Hey, dog, X would be all fucked up. Sometimes he'd be so coked out. He'd be like, yo, dog, the podcast is out. I was like, dog.
Yeah, I was just telling him, I was like, man, he's like, it's like, should we keep going? Should we keep drinking another beer? And he's like, I don't know, man. He's like, I don't live here no more.
Yeah, nah, you know you can always stay and shit, but dude, I hate that this shit has to end soon. But I know we're constricted with time and shit.
I mean, we go deep here, bro. It's like every time. I mean, not your kind of deep, Xavier, but it's.
No, I want to ask you a question because what I love about you, E-Zone, is you're a motherfucking hustler, dog.
Thank you, man.
And I know you're mad that you get hated on by other fools, but they're only hating on you because they can't do what you do. You got that puffy Pendy Melt pelts.
Yeah, Puff Pendy Melts candle collection.
Dude.
Yeah.
Can you tell those fools to send me some fucking candles?
I'll bring you some next time. I just, I didn't know if you got down with them.
Dude, I smoke weed in here. I put those fuckers on. It's gone.
I'll bring you.
And then I found out there's something in there. I didn't know. X kept taking my shit when it was at the end. X. He'd be like, do you want that? I'm like, nah, it's almost done.
Yeah, they have pendants in every single one of them, so you always get your money back worth in art, which is cool.
And then what else you got? You got craft beer.
Yeah, I've have a couple collaborations with Craft Beer Kings. They're always like limited, so whenever they're out, you kind of have to get them till they sell out.
I still got those Cheech and Chong ones you got me, dog. I'm not gonna drink them.
Damn, man, that's collectibles right there. Yeah. That was a 420 anniversary. So yeah, it's it's especially you because you're a big Cheech and Chong fan. So
Super.
I got a
hold on, fool. And you're doing the Pokemon cards.
Yeah, I mean that's just kind of like one of those things that turned like something that you like or you grew up with is turning lucrative and turning into something.
You grew
lucrative.
up on that shit.
Yeah, it's like our era. Like for Xavier, people like Xavier's age and my age, that's like our era. So like. There's some people that grew up on Power Rangers.
Did you get them when you were little?
Yeah, I did. So all is it's hard to find out that some of those cards could pay for like the whole house, or to go make a whole down payment, or that's how much they're selling for.
Like that?
Well, that's the thing though, bro. It's like just because one of them sells doesn't mean that everybody gets that same grade is gonna sell that much. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But it's a matter of you being able to hustle, like hustle it and just really work it, man. Because you know, like it depends on how much you're willing to like fish for it. Like if you know that you have something that's worth $20K, but you know that to get that $20K full retail value, you're gonna have to search for it. But let's say you're cool with 15. You know what I mean? You gotta.
I'm
that's
down.
The strategy. Yeah, that's the strategy. You gotta really go at it, man.
It's like Pawn Stars, homie. Like, do you realize they gotta make theirs, and you gotta make yours? Like that rug I showed you today.
Yeah, bro, exactly. That's some shit that like the dudes on American Pickers will go and get it. They'll fucking put the little clicker on it, and they'll go from like, oh, I got this for X amount, and then they add a few zeros to it, and you're like, what the fuck? Yeah, you're just like came up.
E-Zone, you're killing the game, bro. I give you props. A lot of comedians are mad at you because you continue to hustle, and who gives a fuck? They're mad at me, dog. Who gives a fuck? Tell everybody where they can follow you, where they can listen to all your fucking podcasts, or where they can get your merch, everything.
Yeah, definitely. For all the candles and all the High and Hungry merch and anything that, you know, even like the cards, you can't find them because scalpers are out there. You go to flavorsbyezone.com or highandhungry.shop. The candles, I got 14 cents. They all have, every single one of them has a prize. So it's definitely, it'll last a whole week and a half. If you really don't turn it off, I wouldn't recommend it, even though it's a wooden wick. And yes, it's a soy-based moisturizer in there. So you can actually use the wax as like a moisturizer. You can also check me out Monday through Friday on the Dr. Green Thumb podcast. That's on BeReal TV on the YouTube channel. It's live.
It's dope.
It's live. Thank you. It's starting 2:00 to 4:00. We take questions and do all that. I do the podcast with Xavier, Ray, and myself. That We Don't Smoke the Same podcast Thursdays and Saturdays. You know, we try to give you a weekend show and before the weekend. And aside from that, check out the High and Hungry episodes. We're working on some new ones now. This shit's opening back up, so that's on YouTube. High and Hungry. Just type it on there on the BeReal TV channel. You know, my personal account is eZone the Firm. I appreciate you having me by, dude. It's congrats to you keeping doing it. It's like you said, man. You got to keep this shit. You got to keep this shit moving.
Keep pushing.
If people really try to stop you, it's like, man, intimidation's a bitch.
For reals, yeah. Dude, X left me and I'm still going, dog. Keeps coming back. X, what's up?
What's up? Thank you for subscribing. Hit that like button. It should be out at 8 o'clock. If you're watching this, if you're hearing this on audio, it should be out at 8 o'clock for the premiere. And
hey, next week we going YouTube Live.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it live.
Let's do it live. 8 o'clock tomorrow, right? 9?
Not tomorrow. No, I'm talking
next week.
Next week.
What time? Tell them now.
9:30.
9:30. Well, we're gonna go live, so you can have money ready too, because you could do super chats and you can ask George finally give you some money for something.
I'll answer your guys' shit.
He'll be your stripper for the night.
That's what's up.
Q&A.
Let's do
promote
Q&A.
what you want to promote, X.
Nothing. Just We Don't Smoke the Same, and then tinfoil.
Tinfoil's killing right now.
Same. It's not on YouTube no more because we're banned. But if you go to samtripoli.com, you can find it there. Thank you everybody who supports the show.
That's what's up, yo. This is George Press Stories, episode 217. E-Zone. Loved it, my boy.
Appreciate you.
Like, people don't know, the podcast is over, but we're going to stay and kick it for a little bit.
Yep.
Don't forget, guys, support someone that you know that's trying to do shit. And I said this on my live today, but I'm going to say it again. If you're an up-and-coming fool doing a podcast and you want me on your podcast, this is your chance to hit me up. I want to give back to the community. So if you have a podcast and you're starting off and you're new, I would love to come and help you out. George Press Stories is brought to you by GB Extracts. Yo, fellas, follow my boys at GB Extracts. That's what we smoke. That's what we all smoke. And don't forget Gunther's in downtown Santa Ana. With that being said, take a shower. Brown Power. Late.